name is Mr. B. I here this morning I want to talk about we Nigerians. I want to talk about the family. I will cover that the most of the problem we're having in Nigeria of today is because the families are not established, families are not in unity, families are not at peace. And this problem that comes from the family, where the father bullies the wife doesn't love the children, and the children carry it in their mind and grow with such anger, and because when they grow, this thing still remains in them, and they want to take it out on some innocent souls, because from their foundation they never experienced love, they never experienced peace, because their father or their mother didn't show them that love that a parent or a child deserves from the father or from the mother. Instead, they are always quarreling. The father will beat up the mother, and the children are seeing it, and they see it as a way of life. And as when they grow, they begin to behave such manner. From this, they carry it to the larger to the community. When they come to the larger society, you can count that most of the, you are seeing with me that most of the problem we're having in this nation today is one started from the home, from their cradle. And they develop, as they grow up, they continue to develop it, and as the days, year goes on, they begin to increase it, and they begin to make you look more sophisticated. And that's why a man can take up a cutlass and cut off his neighbor's head without feeling anything, without feeling any pain, or without bothering, because this is what is stored up in him or her right from the cradle. That's why we are taking this opportunity to talk to families, talk to fathers, talk to mothers, that they should be able to later look inward again and create a generation. We are talking about how we can create a generation that's built on peace and love, a generation that we can see each other and see it as a human being, a generation we can see people and we are concerned about how they feel, and the generation we will see that we are that every man is entitled to his own life. We have no right to take any life because we don't create life. And you see, we want to create that generation, a generation that will be concerned about the welfare of people. Because most of what they see, some people go to politics, what they do, they pick up, because they had the opportunity, they amass the wealth of the people and convert it to their own, because this is started from the cradle. Like when your mother gives you two of you biscuits and you want to keep it alone, you don't want to share with your brother, and if your brother talk, you beat him up. See, this is where it starts, from the cradle, and people begin to see it as a way of life. Yes. So what I'm saying is that Nigerians, fathers, mothers, we should look back now inwards and check our characters, check our behavior, how we carry out our life before our children. So we are appealing to parents, we are appealing to fathers, we are appealing to mothers, that they should please help us create this generation that will see each other as human beings and not as an animal. A generation of people who will have love, who will embrace peace. Yet they want to live peacefully with their neighbor. A generation that cares, that bothers of what happened to his neighbor. A generation that wants his neighbor to succeed. A generation that wants his neighbor to prosper. A generation that will want to live in peace with his brother or with his sister. That's what we are. This is what all this program is all about. That's what we are appealing. That's why we are talking. We are talking about peace. We are talking about that our generation or our people should embrace peace and begin to see the way of life as way of peace.
Oh yes.
Good
morning, sir.
Yeah, bless you, bless you.
Hallelujah. Yeah, I heard what you're saying and it attracted my attention. I started to join you. Are you telling us that peacemaking process starts from families.
Yes, yes. That's what I'm trying to drive at. That's what I'm trying to make the nations, the parents of this day to understand it. Yes.
Okay, can you expatiate a little so that someone out there will know that his family need to embrace peace that will affect the nation?
Yes, like I said, that this thing starts from the cradle. You know, when a parents or when a father or a mother will begin to have this preference for one child over the other, and the other one, the one that has been marginalized, or if I'm allowed to say that language, begin to feel that pain from that cradle, and it becomes a foundation on his life. And when he grows up with such pain, you know, it looks as if he has more cotton, but the thing is right inside, and you want to take the vengeance on another person, another innocent person who did not know what has transpired in her life or his life. So that's why we're saying that parents should, you know, look at, share this equal love with their children. Should see their children as one person, yes, one people, and
because it's the one that give birth to them.
Yes, inculcate them this attitude of love, the love that generates peace.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, sir.
Okay, are you telling me? You know, I know you are a responsible father. Are you telling me that you love your children equally?
Yes, I can say that without missing word. I love all my children equally. I love them, and
there's no one you treat better than other.
No, I've tried to build in my children this, that they must live in peace with each other, and they've been exercising it. I'm very grateful to God. I'm happy seeing that what I started when they were small it has grown with them. Some of them are out from the university, but it's called that I recall that they are very, very peaceful where we are living. Nobody can say that my children are stubborn, or my children are not radicals. So I'm grateful to God. So what I'm saying is, when you start to train a child from the cradle and teach him the way of peace, yes, when he grows up, he becomes a peaceful man.
Okay, now, what is it that inspired you into sharing equal love for your children? When your father was there, I know that your father will not be alive by now.
Yes.
Okay, when your father was alive, did he do the same thing to you, or did he discriminate among your children?
Yes, this is what like, just thank you very much, because this is where my concern for my children came more from. That I don't want to treat my children the way our fathers or my own father treated me, because he had this divisional attitude between the first wife and the second wife, and the children of the first wife and the children of the first. So we felt the pain. When I begin to study, I said, no, this is the problem of this society. That's why we came up with this idea that we'll talk to the parents, we'll make them to understand the dangerous or evil in discriminating against their own children. That will, and at the end of it all, they will grow up having bitterness in their minds, and this bitterness they have to take it out on someone else who have no knowledge of what they have passed through.
Okay, are you telling me that there's nothing like divided home? What I mean by divided home, your wife having some children to herself, and you having some children to yourself. Are you saying that such thing does not exist in your family?
No.
Why?
Because I taken time to study, understand this situation. I taken time to understand it and find out that this is the cause of division in the country. This is the cause of bitterness in the country. This is the cause of lack of peace, because it started from the foundation. So I decided to work against it, and I make sure that, and I practice it, and it worked. And I can beat my chest, and I can thank God in heaven for helping me to put my children in that fruit.
And you were a peacemaker.
I'm a peacemaker.
So I want you to talk to young parents out there.
Yes.
On how to groom a family in peace, or how to build and make sure that trouble do not start from their families that will destroy this nation.
Yes, to young people, I say marriage is not a jump in and jump out kind of thing. Marriage is made by God. So people who will serve God in truth and in spirit. And it is you young parents who are just bringing this new generation we are concerned about. We are concerned about the generation that are going to come up after us or after you as the parents. That this generation, they will become a peaceful generation. And this, for them to learn peace, it must start from you. You who is a young parent, a young mother, a young father, you live together in peace so their children will see you and emulate it. Emulate peace from your life. I beg you and I beg you, yes, I beg you, please form this habit of peace. Embrace peace in your family. Embrace love. Care. Because if you teach your children how to care, this attitude of care, when they grow up, they want to care for their neighbor. They want to care for the fellow Nigerian. And from there, Nigeria will become more peaceful, more caring than we are seeing today.
All right. Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
Thank you, sir. I think I've learned a lot from you today.
It is well, sir.
And I will take it to my family and use it to train my children, because it's not good to discriminate among children.
Yes.
That I should share equal love to all my children. That's what I've learned from you this morning. Thank you once again. Yes, you've had it all. That your family can create problems in this country. The way you train your children might be what Nigeria is suffering from today. It is you that give birth to those children. It is you that went to marry their mother, slept with their mother. Some time ago, I talked about legitimate bastard. Now, you cannot share equal love to those children. And those children are now causing confusion due to the impartation of hatred from you. You build hatred in them. You made them to have mental attitude of hatred. Hating one another. Like you know that love is a debt you owe yourself and owe me. And also love is a gift you give yourself and give to me as your neighbor. So once children cannot give themselves that love, they cannot understand what love is all about, they cannot do anything that will make somebody to feel loved because of their upbringing. It means you are causing problem in Nigeria. I said some time ago that marriages will be regulated. That we need to regulate marriage. And marriage is not what you get up and pick a particular woman on the street. You have seen a wife. Or you pick a particular man on the street. You have seen a husband. And now begin to give children that will disturb Nigeria tomorrow. No. Marriage is what there is how Africans choose husbands and wives. You go to the father and the mother, and somebody may even help you to find wife. That's why the Holy Book said that he that findeth wife findeth good things. So you find wife, you don't pick wife. You find wife. You go and search for one. You go and search for husband. Remain peaceful. Don't allow your family to destroy this country. One love Nigeria. One love Africa. Remain blessed.
Peacemaker,